Now, once our food leaves the farm, it doesn't always go straight to the store. In fact, between 80 and 90% of all food purchased in the United States goes through some form of processing. This could be as simple as slicing and bagging an apple, or as complicated as turning an apple into apple juice or apple pie. We usually think of processed food as being high in fat and sugar, unhealthy. But plenty of processed food is actually made from fresh, healthy ingredients. And when those products get made, we want to make sure they're creating jobs here in New York City, not somewhere else. This kind of food processing is one of the few manufacturing sectors that's still thriving in the 5 boroughs. It's a $5 billion industry that employs over 14,000 New Yorkers. And even in a bad economy, it has the potential to grow and to add more jobs. Damascus Bakery, for example, it's a 3rd-generation manufacturer. It makes pitas and wraps at its factory in downtown Brooklyn. Damascus was started by a Syrian immigrant back in 1930. Today, they employ 125 New Yorkers. And the great news is they want to expand. We've actually identified 70 companies just like Damascus. They want to stay here in New York, but they're worried that they won't be able to afford the space they need to fit their growing demand. Well, let me be clear. We are going to fight as hard as we can to keep all of those businesses and all of those jobs right here in our city. Towards that end, we've set aside funding to create more food processing space. It's part of a $10 million small manufacturing and investment fund we created with Councilmember Diana Reyna. And working with our Economic Development Corporation, we're identifying existing spaces and we'll match them with these growing businesses. Now, as we work to help these food manufacturers expand, we're also helping the next generation get started. But as we all know, many talented cooks can't afford to rent their own industrial kitchen. That's where we can help. As you may have heard me mention before, the City Council is building a brand new shared commercial kitchen at La Marquetta in East Harlem. That does deserve a round of applause. And we really need to thank again EDC and Councilmember Melissa Mark Viverito for their work on the La Marquetta project. When it opens in the next few months, it will serve as an incubator for dozens of new businesses, creating hundreds of new jobs. Now remember, the city owns La Marquetta, and for years it sat vacant while we paid for maintenance and security. We were literally just throwing money away. Instead now, by investing $1.5 million in a kitchen incubator, we're putting people to work. And beyond that, it's beginning to revitalize the whole of La Marquetta, attracting new retail tenants, and we hope possibly developing other areas of La Marquetta for food processing we were just talking about. Now, another way government can help is creating new links between businesses. Damascus Bakery makes garlic and onion flavored pitas. Maybe they could be getting their onion and their garlic from Cheryl. And maybe Cheryl and Damascus could sell their wares in your corner store. You might think all of these folks know each other, but you'd be amazed at just how busy you are running a farm or running a bakery. So our job is to make that connection. That's why the Council will be organizing a business-to-business conference for regional producers, local processors, and local retailers. We'll get people connected, but we'll also show these businesses how to compete for city contracts. We'll create opportunities for new and emerging entrepreneurs and help existing firms grow and add new jobs.